Hello YouTube, this is Johnny. I'm down the lower level. I decided to make a video. That seems to be my standard introduction to making a video. It is November the 19th 2021. It is a Friday. It is 4:53 in the afternoon. If I cough a lot because I have to clear my throat, I still got this cough and my cold, but I thought I'd make a video about, well, first I'm going to show a video. In this video, the books I got from the Book Nook, the library used bookstore where I volunteer on Mondays and Fridays from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoons. And then I'm going to show in the next video, Lord willing, books I've got at local thrift stores, and maybe books I got in the mail. I got a couple of new books in the mail. And tomorrow I have to cover for somebody at the Book Nook from 3 to 5. And maybe some books would have come in, and I might show those in the video. I'm not really sure. When I was leaving the Book Nook this afternoon, there was a couple unloading their trunk of their car, bringing in tons of used books, and I don't know what's in that. I asked them, I said, I'm a volunteer at the library used bookstore, and they said they had some novels and books on technology. So I don't know. I don't know what's really in there. But anyway, what I'm going to show you in this video is what I got at the Book Nook the last couple of weeks. Now, I did get as far as my diary, I always mention my diary. I'm on page 1183 for the year 2021. We're in the 11th month. Pretty soon we'll be in December, and then January the 1st will come. It'll be page 1 of 2022. But these are the books I got at the Book Nook recently. I picked this book up today at the Book Nook. It looked kind of interesting. I never heard of it. It's basically a biography, feminism, essays. It's called Figuring by Maria Popva. It says that I read about her. She's from some, I can't remember now, but there's nothing in the back where she's from, but she lives here in America. I can't remember. Anyway, I picked this up. This looked interesting. It was only $2, and so I picked that up today. And then I picked up, now I had this book already. I picked this book up at the Book Nook. It's called Aloft, Thoughts on the Experience of Flight by William Langewiesche. I can't pronounce it either. See this? And when I was cataloging this in my library thing, I already had it in this edition. I already had it. So now I will take this edition to the Book Nook, and I will keep this edition. Oh, I will keep this edition. So I got that at the Book Nook, and then I picked up at the Book Nook a week ago is these old Paris reviews, which you know I collect. The Paris Review. This is from winter of 2004. This is winter. This is summer of 2004. And then spring of 2004. Yeah, I collect the Paris reviews. Now, someone came into the Book Nook and they said they had a bunch of Paris reviews, and I said I collect them, and they said they would bring them in, and I gave them my name, but they haven't shown up yet. But anyway, if I see any old Paris reviews, I buy them. These were $1 a piece. And then I collect the Norton critical editions. This is one on Crime and Punishment by Feodor Dostoevsky. Yeah, if I see these, and most of the time when you find them, they're all underlined because they're used as textbooks. But this one was not underlined, so I don't think I have. I think I might have Crime and Punishment, but not in the Norton Critical Edition, which in the back it has all these essays and criticism, literary criticism. And then I found this biography on W.E.B. Du Bois, Fight for Equality in the American Century, 1919 to 1963, by David Leering Lewis. This was a winner of the Pulitzer Prize for biography. Now, I had a couple of other books by David Leering Lewis. I had his book When Harlem Was in Vogue by David Leering Lewis, author of the Pulitzer Prize winning W.E.B. Du Bois. And then he also wrote this book I have in my world history collection, God's Crucible, Islam and the Making of Europe, 570 to 1215, by David Leering Lewis. So, yeah, I don't have any of his writings, but W.E.B. Du Bois, but I thought I did, but I looked through it and I didn't find anything, but I got this. And then I picked up at the Book Nook the Kromsky Reader by Noam Chomsky, edited by James Beck. I find his writings very abstruse and very abstract, but it was a reader, and I don't know, I just picked it up because I used to have other writings by Noam Chomsky. Was it Chomsky? I can't pronounce his name, but you know who I'm talking about. But I picked this up because it's a reader, and I don't know. It's kind of dated, some of the articles, the essays. But there's one here called The Responsibility of Intellectuals, Objective and Liberal Scholarship, and I don't know, interviews. I don't know. It's only $2, so I picked it up. This is a book I was really glad to find this. The New York Intellectuals, The Rise and Decline of the Anti-Stalinist Left from 1930s to 1980s by Alan M. Wald. This is a thing I really like to read, and I was really pleased to find this. Only cost me $2, but this deals with I'm really into the New York intellectuals, that whole time period from the 1930s and 1960s. Like it has on here, like the names Irving Howe, Edmund Wilson, Philip Roth, Mary McCarthy, Mac Eastman, Merge Decter, Sidney Hook, Lyle Trilling, all these people, Dwight McDonald, all these people. I collect their writings in my library. I still have them. I didn't dehaul them. So I was really pleased to find this. And then I found an older book by Martin Amis. You know, I collect his novels, his essays, reviews, criticism. This is The War Against Cliché, Essays and Reviews, 1971 to 2000 by Martin Amis. I collect his writings, his novels. I didn't have this in my Martin Amis collection. And then Foucault reader, I picked up. I collect his writings. This is a reader. It's not underlined. It's in perfect condition. It cost me $1, I think. He wrote books like Madness and Civilization, A History of Insanity in the Age of Reason, The Birth of the Clinic, History of Sexuality, volumes 1, 2, and 3. All kinds of really interesting books. If you're into this, I like him. I have a biography of him too in my library. Like he has things, The Birth of the Asylum, The Means of Correct Truth. I thought I heard somebody calling. Politics of Health in the 18th Century. I don't know, it just looked interesting. And this is stories by Juliet Hetch. She wrote for the New Yorker. Do the Windows Open? These are short stories. And this is a book it just looked interesting. It cost me $3. And it's called Lord Gnome's Literary Companion, edited and introduced by Francis Wynne. Apparently these are satirical pieces on literature by British satirists, something like that. I don't know, it just looked interesting. So I picked it up. It cost me $3, but I don't know. I like literary things, and it says here, I don't know. It just looked interesting, so I picked it up. I had this book already, but this is a better copy, and I gave the Book Nook my other copy. This is by Edward Said, Culture and Imperialism. I collect his writings. He just passed away recently. There's a biography of him on Amazon. My copy was a little bit older. This is a better condition. So I kept this one. Then I picked up this big biography on Andy Warhol. It's kind of illustrated with his... I have a big Andy Warhol collection. Yeah, I'm really into Andy Warhol, the factory, the whole time period. You know, you have the Campbell's soup. We've all seen that. On the cover is Elizabeth Taylor. And... so I picked this up from my Andy Warhol collection. It cost me $5. Let's see, inside his apartment. So I picked that up. And then I picked up this, it's kind of like a photography book of the year 1968. As you know, I collect books on the year 1968. And so I picked it. I don't know. It looked interesting. 1968. There's a picture of Andy Warhol in here too somewhere. And the hippies, and see, there's a picture of Andy Warhol in this. He's in the middle there. So I picked this up at the Book Nook. So those are the Book Nook books. Book Nook haul. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of books at the Book Nook over the last 10 years. And you never know what you're going to find, what people are going to bring in. But I was really pleased to get this book. And yeah, The New York Intellectuals, The Rise and Decline of Anti-Stalinist Left from the 1930s and 1920s. Also that book on Andy Warhol and Martin Amis. I really like his writings. Don't know anything about W.E. Du Bois. So So I was glad to get another biography. I'm going to start looking for his writings, find out more about him. But it covers from the 1919 to 1963, which is one of my favorite time periods in American history to read. So I hope to get to reading this. So that's about it. These are all over there are the books from the thrift stores that I will show in a future video. And so I hope you're all having you had a good reading week. I thank you for the comments on my last crazy video of my study upstairs. I come down here, it's like, this is like my little refuge from the maddening crowd. Today, I'll tell you a little story. When I was leaving the Book Nook today, people from my wife's church wanted to donate a box of Christian books to the Book Nook, and they asked me if I wanted to look at them and see if I wanted any of them. And I said, well, Carol knows. Carol had seen these books they were taking out of her church library, and she had looked through them and taken a few things, and she knew what kind of books I would like, and if there were anything good, she would have brought it home already. But I went out and I looked at the box of books, and it was just very disheartening. And I told the couple to take the books to a local thrift store. I don't think the Book Nook would take them or would even put them out for sale. But it comes to me. I look around my library and I realize that when I look at my library, I get really. To me, it's a great library. It's very tasteful. It's delicious. It tastes good. Not only my non-Christian books, but my Christian books. And I think how sad it is when you're out there, how people don't know what good literature is. I mean, now, I know that's a very objective thing. What is good literature? I don't know. I think I have good literary taste. I mean, that's why I make videos. Why do I make videos? Well, as I said in the past, I made videos to show forth what I think is good Christian literature, what Christians should read, and then also what I think is good secular literature. But I realize that my literary taste is of a man who's going on 70 years old. I made videos in the past. I'm of another generation. I'm an old man. And the books that I like, I think people have forgotten about. And I don't see them mentioned on BookTube. But anyway, it just reminds me that, we all have our literary taste, the books that we love, books that we find tasteful. And it's just interesting that people can look at a box of books and think, oh, that's really great Christian literature. And I'm saying to myself, that's a bunch of junk. But anyway, my wife says I gotta be kind. That I can't be so critical. That it may, sometimes I think, am I being a snob? Am I being unkind? I don't know. I don't really find much, even in BookTube, that I would read, that I would even go pick up and read. I just don't. And so I make videos just showing the books that I like, the books that I would buy, the books that I would even consider reading. Now, I don't read everything I show in my videos. I'm a book collector. I collect writers like Martin Amis. I have a whole shelf of Martin Amis novels I haven't even read. I think years ago I read one of his novels. I can't remember what it was now, but that's how I got in collecting him, was reading a novel by him, and then I just really enjoyed his writings, and so when I see them used, I buy them. So anyway, I'm stopped my rambling. My wife is still gone. She doesn't come back until next Monday. I'm by myself. I got a book on Hunter S. Thompson yesterday I've been reading. I'm reading a biography on Susan Sontag. I'm reading a book on the history of Mexico City and Mexico, and I'm reading that book on Theodore Roosevelt and G.P. Morgan and the rise of American capitalism. Writing in my diary, listening to Macedon and listening to Low and Sonic Youth and Nirvana. But tell you the truth, most of the time Carol's been gone, I've just been sitting and listening to the buzzing in my ear. I don't really, I'm enjoying just not anything. But anyway, tomorrow is college football. I watched Thursday night football last night as I was reading about Hunter S. Thompson, and so time goes by. So I hope you had a good reading week. Hope you have a good reading weekend. Thank you for all your comments. One thing else I wanted to say. I really appreciate all of you out there. We all got to love one another. We all got to be kind. And you've been really kind to me and very... You've all just been an encouragement to me, and I thank you. I thank you for all your prayers. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for subscribing. You've just been a blessing to me. I want you to know that I really appreciate all of you. And I'm here just to share my love for the Lord Jesus Christ, my love for good Christian literature, my love for language, my love for books, my love for just the ability to interact with you about the love of books. So, hope you're all doing well. Stay safe. And until next time, bye.